If you play games on your computer, then you probably have Steam. It has a bunch of games. Some are good, some are okay, and others are Garden Abandoned. 2 months ago, I made a video where I talked about free Steam games, and that video did really well. Since I enjoyed making it, I decided it was time to make a sequel. So in this video, I'm going to take a look at 5 more free Steam games to see if I'd recommend them to you, the viewer. Starting with Scribble It. In Scribble It, your goal is to guess what someone is drawing. It's pretty simple. In my first game, I got put into a Spanish-speaking lobby. I speak Spanish, so that would be a problem, but it actually is because I can't write Spanish. I went to another game and got sent to another non-English speaking lobby, but I don't think it's Spanish. Then I accidentally joined the first lobby again, so that's awesome. After that, I decided to make my own lobby, but nobody joined. After that, I finally got put into an English-speaking lobby where I would be playing against Vic, Raccoon, and I'm not saying that. The first drawing was of a car that seemed to be filling up on gas. I guessed the word was bomb, and that was somehow right, making me the first person to guess it. The next drawing was of a guy carrying a lantern, and I guessed the word was oil lamp, which was right, making me the first guesser again. Then it was my turn to draw, so I picked the word goldfish and drew a goldfish cracker. The first guesser was okay, I'm still not saying that. And then the round ended. Oh, I got last place. The game has another mode, Rate It, where you must rate a drawing like Hypixel Build Battle. However, no one was playing that mode, and as established earlier, no one wanted to join me, so I couldn't play it. But the fun doesn't end there, because there's a free draw mode where you can draw whatever you want. I drew Freddy Fazbear. Yeah, I can't draw up a mouse. Scribble It is really fun. You don't know how hard I laughed when I saw this. I like how there's different modes and a free drawing thing as well. It adds more variety to the game. If you like drawing, then you'll probably like Scribble It. Anyways, now it's time to move on to the next game, OneArmedCook. OneArmedCook, your goal is to be the best cook ever while only using one hand. I decided to play on the map Freddy's Fried Kitchen because I just had to see how a Freddy Fazbear chicken restaurant looked like. However, upon entering the kitchen, I was disappointed as the Freddy Fazbear game was nowhere to be found, except for Chica, who is the restaurant's food supply. So the first customer wanted some chicken nuggets, so I put them in the deep fryer. Then I realized I should probably put them in the oven. However, by then I was too late and one of the nuggets got burnt. I tried serving the nuggets as well as a rat to the customer, but he just refused to eat it for some reason. Then I sprayed everyone with a fire extinguisher and decided to start over. Okay, so I put the nuggets into the basket and then put them in the deep fryer. However, the customer I was serving wanted a burger, not nuggets, so I ordered some burger ingredients, but then my nuggets got burnt and a fire started in a deep fryer, which is a potential safety hazard. However, I had a customer to satisfy and this fire wasn't going to stop me. I took the slightly burnt nuggets out of the deep fryer in case a hungry customer wanted to eat them and began trying to cook my burgers in my rapidly spreading fire. Unfortunately, Burger Guy left, which makes no sense to me since I tried to make this restaurant a welcoming place for all. However, Burger Guy got replaced by Nuggets Guy, so I offered him my special nuggets, but the guy doesn't take the nuggets. I guess he just doesn't appreciate art. After he leaves, I offered my nuggets to a different person who also doesn't take them. That made me mad, so I sprayed everyone with a fire extinguisher again and attempted to make the fire even bigger. Then reviews from the restaurant came in. I got 0 stars! How did that happen? OneArmedCook is another fun game. The visuals are cool, there's a lot of different maps to play on, and you can start fires. Great! There's also a multiplayer mode you can play on if you have friends, which I do. I have friends. Honestly, I was a little confused while playing, but that's probably just a skill issue on my part. If you like cooking games, then you'll probably like OneArmedCook. The next game I'm going to take a look at is Brawlhalla. Upon entering the game, I was jump scared by a menu that had a lot of things going on. I began looking around for where to pick my character, so I clicked on the Meet the Legends button, which showed all of the characters in the game, as well as their lore. Yes, Brawlhalla has lore apparently. Can't wait for the game theory video on it.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, the thickest show.
As I was clicking through the character roster, I found a character called Cassidy.
Cassidy? Who's Cassidy?
Whenever I have a chance to make a Despicable Me or FNAF reference, I try to make it, and since I can make a FNAF reference, I will make my goal to get Cassidy, and to do so, I need $2,300. It was time to play the game then. I decided to play as the character Nash, or Gnash, I don't know how to pronounce it, and in my first game, I fought against Thea, Orion, and Petra from Minecraft Story Mode. Brawlhalla is pretty much just Super Smash Bros, but simpler. Despite that, I still had no idea what I was doing, but somehow I won, so I guess I'm a pro. In my second game, I fought against people who seemed like they knew what they were doing. I knew I was in trouble, and I was right because I lost. The losing streak continued for the next 4 games. After loss for the 5th time, I decided to go remind myself for what I'm fighting for. So I went back to the Meet Legends page, and wait, I'm sorry, why does Cassidy have a sandy cheek skin? And is that the guy from Rayman? That I was in a game with Rayman? Ubisoft did literally anything with him except give him a new game. Anyways, I lost that as well. Shocking, I know. I lost some more until I won. Then I kept losing.
I read about did you say want to a 10-year-old with Down syndrome?
After that, I did tutorials because they give money, and surprisingly, I won my first game after the tutorial. Maybe I should have done these to start. Surprisingly, I won after that as well. Wow, I'm actually good at this game now. I lost the last few games I played. However, I eventually made $2,300 and I unlocked Cassidy. Finally! Now I can play a different game. Yeah, while I don't think Brawlhalla is bad, it's definitely my least favorite game so far. It got kind of repetitive after a while. I'm not really a big fan of these types of games. I get tired after playing an hour of Smash Bros. And oh, would you look at that. Something positive for a bit, I really like the game's art style. It's cool. Also, there's a lot of customizations options, which I like. I can't really see myself playing this game more unless they had Golden Freddy or Felonious Screw. That's on my list of things that are never gonna happen. If you enjoy Super Smash Bros. Or if you want to play it but aren't able to, then I'd recommend Brawlhalla. Some of you asked me to play Team Fortress 2 in my last video, so I'm gonna do that now. Team Fortress 2 is a first-person shooter with multiple modes. These modes are attack or defense, capture the flag, control points, king of the hill, and payload. In attack or defense, your goal is to capture enemy points. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how you're supposed to do that. I spent the entire game killing people and then immediately dying because I suck at shooting games. The next mode is capture the flag, where you must steal enemy intelligence and bring it back to your base. I never even made it to where the enemy intelligence was because skill issue, but at least I understood what to do. In control points, you must capture all control points. I have no idea what difference is between this and attack or defense, and even if I did, it probably wouldn't matter because again, I suck at this game. Then there's King of the Hill, where you must fight over a capture point. I still suck. I don't know. I couldn't do anything. And finally, there's Payload, where you must push an explosive card to the enemy's base. Honestly, while I didn't really notice the difference between these modes apart from Payload, I still really enjoyed playing them. Sure, I suck like a lot, but it's a lot of fun. And honestly, if I suck at a game and have no idea what I'm doing but still really enjoying it, then that's how I know I'm playing a good game. And trust me, I suck at this game. One could even say that my skills are TF2 or like the Titanic.
Total disaster!
There's a bunch of different characters to play as, each with 3 different weapons, but I can't really talk about them since I spent the entire time playing as Pyro because I like fire. There's also extra modes I didn't play, mostly because I didn't feel like it, but it's cool that they're there, I guess. I love the game's art style. I know I say this for every game here, but it's true. These games all have pretty unique and cool art styles. There's a bunch of different maps as well, so you won't be stuck playing the same maps over and over again like some other games. I feel like shooting games you can probably like TF2. ProjectPlaytime is the final game I'm going to talk about. I was initially going to talk about Overwatch 2 because, well, look at the reviews. How could I resist? However, in order to play the game, I needed to create a Battle.net account, and unfortunately, the caption that would allow me to create the account and sell my soul to Activision Blizzard, the most likable gaming company out there, would not work. So sure, I guess I'll play ProjectPlaytime. When I started the game, I was given the option to play as a specialist or to play as a monster. I decided to play as a monster because that sounded a lot more entertaining than being some guy. I did really need to play as 3 of the classic PoppyPlaytime monsters, those being Huggy Wuggy, Mommy Longlegs, and Boxy Boo. Truly a terrifying trio. I decided to play as Mommy Longlegs because she's a spider and everyone finds spiders scary. It's not just me, right? After loading screen, I had Freddy Fazbear on it for some reason. The game began. My goal was to kill a specialist because they collected toy parts or something. After completing Mommy Longlegs' moveset, I began exploring the map. Every time I say Mommy Longlegs, a part of my soul leaves my body. Why do these characters have the stupidest names? Oh, that's why. Eventually I found a guy, but he managed to escape me. That made me sad. But then I found another guy, and I caught him. Yes! Ah, my phone! I got very caught off guard by jump scares, and I just dropped my phone, and it was the scariest jump scare of all time. I was terrified, and it hit me, so now I'm hurt. Oh no. Once I caught the guy, I got a message saying that I must take the player to a hole so they can't revive. And that's when I realized something. I was just playing Roblox Flee the Facility, but with Huggy Wuggy from PoppyPlaytime. Not only that, but I think that ProjectPlaytime is slightly worse than Flee the Facility. I didn't really feel like playing the game anymore after the first match. I spent a lot of the game aimlessly wandering around the map looking for players, which I guess also happened in Flee the Facility. I don't know, I had a lot more fun with that game. It could be due to the map design because the map I was playing on was kind of confusing, but I don't know, it's been a while since I played Flee, so maps could suck too. The game was pretty laggy as well, but my Wi-Fi was also pretty bad while recording, so I'll just chalk it up to that. If my computer can run security breach smoothly, then I'm pretty sure it can run ProjectPlaytime. I couldn't really say if the game is scary or not because I was playing as the character meant to scare people. But I doubt the game is scary because I was playing as Mommy Longlegs, not exactly a horrifying character. I caught a couple of people, so I'm pretty sure I won, but I was stupid and didn't notice the scoreboard button to see who the winner was. ProjectPlaytime is an okay game. If you're a fan of PoppyPlaytime, then I recommend it, but if not, then I don't know, play Flee the Facility instead. In conclusion, this batch of games is overall better than the ones I talked about in the last video. I didn't really play any bad games like Garten of Banban or even the game I like the least, ProjectPlaytime, is just okay. Baldi's Basics is still peak though. Nothing will ever beat that game. Now you'll excuse me, I have to go play more TF2. I hope that doesn't interfere with future videos. Bye, I guess.